Pretty simple. First play. There's not really too much that we need to go over on this one. Again, there's going to be some plays that are going to be 2-3 minute discussions. There's going to be some plays that are 30 seconds. And this is one of those plays. So obviously the first thing that you like to see here is him noticing it's a read option. You like the fact that he's staying square, shuffling down the line of scrimmage. Why? To be able to play both the running back and the quarterback. Now there are some teams who will like spill it or they'll like fold it where this guy will press the running back and then there's a guy who will come over the top and like loop over the top, and it's a way of containing the zone read game. Again, there's some guys who will do it with linebackers where linebackers will do twists and things like that in terms of taking the running back. We're obviously not going to get into that right now. For this example, it's the most generic one, where he's trying to play both, shuffling down the line of scrimmage, staying square, again, allowing him to play the outside or the inside, confirms that the running back has the ball. Okay, running back's going away, but he still wants to make his way to him. He's not just going to go to the quarterback now, or go to the quarterback no matter what. So shuffles down the line of scrimmage, running back kind of bounces it away from him. Obviously ends up cutting it back inside because of some outside pressure. Clemons works his way down the line of scrimmage, lays the thump. And that's something you'd like to see with him, is that he does deliver that thump when he's making a tackle. And many times it will force the ball out. Now that's obviously aided by the fact that he does like to punch the ball out, get his hand in between the arms of the ball carrier and strip it out. So that's a positive of his game, actually. Sorry, I'm just reorganizing again. I should probably do that before. I can actually make my screen really, really small because I don't need to see myself literally at all. I prefer not to. So let's do that. Okay. Sorry, guys. That literally always happens. Okay. Share 2. Violent shed hit club. Okay. He's right here. We could call him a 5 because he's on the outside shoulder. We can call him a 6-eye because he's kind of splitting these guys. So we'll call him a 6-eye right there. 3-point stance. Now, again, pretty relatively generic here, as he notices the entire offensive line is stepping to his right, to their left. He's going to step with that to stay, or to keep himself available to make a play. He's obviously not just going to push up the field unless that's his assignment, but he's going to step with the line of scrimmage, follow it, diagnose what's happening. Okay, he sees some run action. Obviously, the offensive lineman going to run block, the tight end making his way to Micheal Clemons. He's going to stack him, read the play. Okay, so now he has himself clean. As soon as he realizes quarterback has the ball and he's running he's on he's not really on a naked, but he's on a bootleg to the outside, because naked there's a guy blocking for him, so it's not a true naked, it's just a bootleg. So bootleg's out. As soon as he recognizes that, okay, obviously now he's going to step through, pull himself through, clear the hips, pull him down, violently shed him, chase down the quarterback. I think he has decent long speed. Like his top end speed for his size is pretty good. Now we'll get into the other stuff, the other parts of his athleticism, bend, flexibility, etc. Is it great? We'll talk about it. The thing you do like about him, and it's just a little side note again, something that just to point out, when he does make his way to the quarterback, he does frequently try to punch the ball out, whether it be punching out through the actual hands or when the arm comes up, just being aware of, okay, now that arm is he's starting that throwing process. Once the hands separate, okay, now attack that elbow, attack that arm, and you hope that when he's going to throw the ball, obviously he could jar that. He could jar that loose. So we like the fact that he's going for that club right there at the end. Obviously, the quarterback gets the ball out. The receiver makes the catch, but the process was still good about how he got there. So that is good. Next play for him, aware strip. Okay, so this is probably another play of him just being aware of the time he has and being able to strip that ball out. So he's right here. Call him a 5, call him a 7, a go 7, call him a wide 5. Again, I don't care what people use as long as you're consistent with your terminology and what you're talking about and you consistently put that out there. Like if one time you called us a wide 5 and then one time you called it go 7, just be consistent. So that's why I give people multiple things, because people call those 2 different things, which is to me kind of crazy. But nonetheless, let's watch Clemons. Okay. So now we're going to see him coming off the ball, reading these sets by the offensive lineman. Obviously, they're run blocking. They could be jump setting which obviously run blocking and jump setting could look like the same exact thing because they're both taking aggressive steps, or both of them. The offensive lineman is going to take more aggressive steps towards you. So he notices either the run the run or the play action. This offensive lineman takes a very hard angle to the outside and very flat. So where is Clemons going to win? If he's going to win, it's going to be really hard to win to the outside because that's where all the momentum of the offensive lineman is going. So he's going to try to win to the inside, which he does. Again, good job coming off the ball. Good job widening, instep, exploding inside. Chop. And that's just to clear the inside arm because obviously now with the offensive lineman going outside with Clemons spiking inside, he's going to try to throw this hand to contain or to even get on the chest, and he's going to try to wrench him, which would be the inside hand here on the chest, back this backside hand on the ribs, the hip, ideally the back, and you're just going to try to straighten his back out. So we refer to that as wrench. So he's going to try to throw that containment hand again just to contain or potentially to wrench, which would be really effective. Clemons wants to defeat that, so he's going to throw that cross chop to that arm. Now he's clear of him, find the quarterback, and when he's finding the quarterback, what does he realize now? Okay, he doesn't want to go completely around here. Why? Because it's going to be a really hard path to get around this guy especially when the quarterback is starting to run. It just doesn't make sense. He's not going to get there. The awareness to recognize the quarterback about to take off, he's not going to be able to get completely around the arc. Throws on the brakes, quarterback steps up, finds him. Good job. Wraps him up. Now the second part of this is okay. I have him wrapped up. Now let me strip the ball. And it's different between, coming into the tackle and trying to punch the ball out. Realistically, or like really simply, you want to be the first guy there, wrap up, second guy, hit the ball out. But if you can wrap the guy up and try to strip the ball, if you're confident in yourself to be able to do both, great. It's a risky game sometimes, especially if you're coming in to hit the ball out before you wrap up. And you see guys get in trouble there. When you have a quarterback, you wrap them up and you can strip them, great. If the quarterback's going to fight for extra yardage and he's going to stay up, get the hand in there. You're going to see Clemons wrap up. You can't obviously tell exactly what the right hand is doing, but you could see obviously he attempts to strip it, and he does. Get the hand on the fingers, get the hand on the nose of the ball, rip it back, whatever you got to do, but the ball is out right there. I don't think they recover. I think the quarterback recovers, but still, hell of a job with his awareness, recognizing that the quarterback is scrambling, dropping his hips, taking the proper angle, wrapping him up, getting the strip. All a very good play there for Clemons. See next, cross face chase down for Clemons. 5 right here, 4-point stance. Let's see. Again, so pretty good job. So he's coming off the ball. He's noticing that the offensive lineman is the way he flips his feet and the way he flips his hips. The run is, or whatever the play is, it's going to be heavy opposite, unless he's trying to kick him out, which he would be climbing to this point. So when you're seeing footwork like this from an offensive lineman, you're going to assume it's going to be a play away. Maybe it's a play action, and it's a naked boot or naked, something like that. But he sees this body language. He's going to cross his face, get to the play. And why does he have the flexibility to do this? Because there's a blitz too. If there was a blitz here, maybe he wouldn't have the flexibility based on Texas A&M scheme where he had to contain the outside. But because there's a blitz, he might have been doing this off the jump to pull him inside to free up the blitz. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he wasn't. It's just going to be an overload to that side, both to the outside. But nonetheless, crosses his face, club, rip, club, rip again, rip to the sky, clear that arm, clear that point of contact, chase him down, find him, get on the tackle. So good play. Fork, which is a good move to have in his repertoire actually. But here, again, let's call him a 6-eye. Is what I would call him. Now, again, does he get to the quarterback? No. Does the quarterback get rid of the ball? Yes. Was he still effective on this play? Did he win his matchup? 100%. Now, with his matchup, the initial rush here, do you necessarily want him stepping kind of his momentum of his lower body and his hips going to the outside while leaning into a guy. No, you really want to be underneath yourself and coming into contact here. He's not the strongest at the point of attack. Just his body language in terms of, okay, going forward, hands going at kind of opposite of where I'm going. Not opposite, but not exactly where I'm going. It's not the strongest position to be in here from one Mr. Micheal Clemons, but the chop from the inside arm actually knocks his hand down a little bit, which brings his momentum down. So he's high, gets his hand knocked down, and then he uses that to get underneath him. So it actually kind of almost helps him get better leverage. So then he gets better leverage, gets his elbow in a relatively tight position. Again, not the strongest position in terms of being underneath of your pads here, but nonetheless, he is able to fork. Can't tell exactly which arm is doing most of the work here. It's hard to tell, okay, is his hand on the bicep or underneath the elbow? Is the left hand on the hand, the wrist? Again, pretty hard to tell at this point in the rep. But okay, well, hand on the wrist, hand elbow-ish area, and fork is just getting under a guy, lifting his elbows up, lifting his hands up, lifting his ribs up, sometimes even as like near his armpits, and just lifting, literally lifting a guy. So fork right there to disengage. Works past his level now, and now he's going to obviously bend and chase down the quarterback. Again, there's some movement there, etc. But good fork, good job getting there. Not the prettiest off the jump though. NFL, he's probably shut down right there. You're not really going to see him have that weak point of contact and then be able to get under an offensive lineman and still beat him. So we want to see that cleaned up initially a little bit from Clemons, but let's this one starts really, really fast. I'm sorry. Okay, so it starts as the ball is pretty much being handed off. But you see one thing you notice right here, right off the jump, is him being late off the jump because no movement. You want to see him a little bit better snap timing. Nonetheless, we're seeing, obviously lays that freaking quarterback out, but another situation where he's getting jump set, play action. They want to fake that run. So with those